Hello, welcome to the State of Waste for February 19th, 2023. Just some updates. This was the cutoff on Friday, the 17th, for bills to pass out of their committee, unless there are financial implications. So there's some things that are rather interesting as we went through this week. Saw some things that I hadn't seen before, a lot of agreement on some things, and then, of course, disagreement always. But some of the bills that were coming out of committee, the comments that were made is, well, we've got to move it forward. So we're going to vote it out of committee so we can continue to work on it, which means there will be amendments that will be made on the floor. So we'll see how those all pan out. Again, just going to update things that bills where something happened this week. So passed out of chamber now would be House Bill 1146, notifying parents of the dual credit options. That one passed out of the committee with no problems. So at the moment, we got 5 bills that have passed out of chamber passed out of one chamber and headed to the other, already assigned to committees. Placed on second reading by the Rules Committee would be the Senate Bill 5175, allowing administrators to have 3-year contracts, House Bill 1207, emergency expulsion, changing that to emergency removal. Also, Senate Bill 5257, the adequate recess time, and 5054, the PLC, which that one is be interesting to see what happens in the House. There was no companion bill for that one, so we'll see what happens there. Sent to the Rules Committee, and these are all the bills that they said, we just got to move them forward just so we can get them out of our committee since we have the cutoff, and then we'll continue to work on them. So some of these will not make it out of rules just because there's just not enough time. I think I heard there's over 1,500 bills that were submitted total this year, and so just lots of stuff to be working on. So Senate Bill 5126, small school district funding; 1232, House Bill 1232, enhancing college-bound scholarships; Senate Bill 5355, instruction on sex trafficking; Senate Bill 5527, adding AP classes for pathways; House Bill 1308, pathway options; House Bill 1504. This one, this is the one that surprised me. So there was an amendment added to reduce the required amount of recess time from 45 minutes to 30 minutes. And I thought, that'll never pass. That one actually, I think that's the one that split. Democrats actually split, which I had not seen before. I don't recall seeing it anyway. So that one, the amendment was accepted. So that one passed through the committee with only a 30-minute requirement for recess, which I believe is more doable. So House Bill 1536, withholding the high school diplomas, a lot of conversation on that one. That was a split vote. That $1,000, just allowing kids, if they destroy school property, well, it's less than $1,000. Okay, we'll give you your diploma. So rather interesting. Accountability keeps coming up as something that one side wants and the other side doesn't, it seems. House Bill 1622, students and homelessness, that one passed out easy. 1624, ESD elections. House Bill 1658, getting credit for work experience. That's one that it seemed like there wasn't a lot of opposition to. House Bill 1692, creating student advisory groups, and House Bill 1701, the justice involved students. All of those were passed out of committee, sent to the Rules Committee. Scheduled for executive session in the Finance Committees, that cutoff is coming this week. So House Bill 1109, special education funding; the high school and beyond plan; Senate Bill 5243, and then Senate Bill 5617, the skill center course equivalency. Scheduled for public hearing in the Finance Committee, the college and the high school fees. That's one I thought that would roll right through, but that one is scheduled for public hearing. And then if it goes through the public hearing, not all of these, just because they're scheduled, will get heard. So we'll see what happens. Senate Bill 5180, interstate teacher mobility compact, would be the first state to initiate that, but there are 10 states involved. House Bill 1239, the Educator Code of Ethics; and Senate Bill 5248, the COVID money being used for tutoring and helping take care of some of those gaps from COVID. Senate Bill 5593, student data to universities; Senate Bill 5626, media literacy; and Senate Bill 5668, participation in skill centers, all scheduled for public hearing in the finance committees this week. Referred to financial committees would be House Bill 1305, initial evaluation requirements; House Bill 1479, the restraint and isolation. Still a lot of debate on that one. That's when they moved forward anyway, just to get it out of committee. House Bill 1550, establishing a TTK program. That's a transition to kindergarten program. House Bill 1565, professional education workforce, which kind of like this. It does provide educators, people going into the education workforce, because it's so hard to pay for education and then work full time while paying the college fees. Does offer some remedies to that. House Bill 1609, school, library, and tech programs. There were some bills public hearing, but no executive action was scheduled. And really, all we've got now is a bunch of stuff that was assigned and not a lot going on. So some bills will be considered dead at this point, but we'll see what happens in the chambers over the next couple weeks. Finance committee cutoff again coming this week. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks. Have a great week.